Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Prophet Bash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, never will. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here pushing his truth and sincerity. The water of which I do, we love you. And we appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to y'all. It's your brother Dawud Dad, all right, out of one, Ratazah, meaning the Lord's will, here to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, so, what I wanted to go into, is something I've been kind of looking into more so a little deeper into recently. I guess it's something that the Most High put the spirit on me, or the spirit put the spirit on me to do. All right, so I'm gonna grab really quick in the New Testament, the book of Ephesians, chapter 2. And we're gonna start at the first verse. Basically, a lot of books of the Bible were written by Paul, right? And Paul had a mission. All right, his mission was to send letters to certain churches and basically educate them on the ways of walking in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, so a lot of correction was done in his books. All right, a lot of corrections was done in his books, but one of the main things he corrected Israel on was, the Gentiles, right? Those who were born Israelites, but just weren't indulged in the culture, right? Maybe they're just like here in America, we got so-called blacks, Native Americans who are born here or in other parts of the world as well, but they don't know that they're Hebrew Israelites, right? And some may know that they're Hebrew Israelites, but they don't know the path to take yet, right? Because you need a teacher, right? You need someone to follow, and you will follow one that's following after Yahweh Shem Shai. So in Paul's letters, he was writing directly to, basically directly to them, right? And when he was going out and teaching, he was teaching them as well. He was also writing letters to the churches, of course. Letting them know, like, here are the teachings. This is what you need to teach. This is how you need to conduct yourself as well. But this lesson is primarily about that one part, which is the Gentiles, right? Because we still have to this day, believe it or not, those of them who are Hebrew Israelites but do not know it, right? So this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1. It says, and you hath he quickened, and you hath he quickened who were dead in trespass and sins. Now, quicken means to make alive, right? To become alive, and the way you do that is through the scriptures, right? Through the word, through the spirit. Let's see if this is trying to get the first verse. I don't see quicken. I don't know why. That's kind of weird. Word quicken means to be alive, right? Let me see real quick if I can get something. Is it 1 John 6:63? So like you bear with me. Yeah, here it goes. St. John chapter 6, verse 63. It says, "It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." See, it's these words. All right, so these scriptures are spirit and life. So that's what quickeneth means. It means to come alive, right? To give life. And they do. To produce alive, begat or bear living young, to cause to live, make alive, give life, by spiritual power to arouse and invigorate, to restore to life, to give increase of life, thus of physical life. It's the same thing. So if you quicken in spirit, you're going to be quickening in physical. Coming into this truth, just a testimony from me, and I'm sure other brothers as well. When you learn these scriptures and you learn that you're Hebrew Israelite, you want to do better, you want to live better. Start eating more healthier, right? You stop eating pork, you start eating the whiter meats, right? Or even if you eat red meat, it's you just strictly beef, lamb. Like most likely, if you're a Hebrew Israelite that knows you're a Hebrew Israelite, you didn't eat lamb at first, but once you got used to it, you was like, yo, this is the best meat on earth, right? Which really the best meat on earth are these scriptures. But for the physical food that you eat, man, lamb is the best, man. It's the cleanest, it's one of the cleanest red meats as far as like nutrients, right? Because it's high in fats, of course, but it's like very nutritious, like heavy in protein, right? But it's a lean meat. You cut them fats off, man. That lamb is lean, man. Salakia. So quickeneth means to be alive. To quicken is to be alive, and it's these words that are doing that to you, right? But it says because I really want to go deep in that word quicken, man. Zup zup zupoia zo zapoio from the Greek zapoio. Um, because it said something here. It says to restore to life. Now you remember we're dry bones, man, right? With no life in them. So hearing these words, hearing that you're a Hebrew Israelite, hearing that you have a true power, hearing that you're a king, right? Hearing that you're a princess, hearing that the Most High put His name on you, right? That stuff, all that brings you to life. You're no longer dead anymore, man. So let's go back to Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1, and you hath he quickened, talking about you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, right? You would make up the 12 tribes of the Hebrew Israelites. It says, who were dead in trespasses and sins. So you were trespassing in sin, but when you come to this truth, you don't do that no more. You're brought to life because when you sin leadeth to death, right? But when you obey the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, all that stuff makes you more alive, right? Your skin starts to glow, literally, right? So all these different things change you, like you feel better, you know. So it says, so you stop sinning, right? Your body detoxes itself, because you're staying away from shrimp, lobsters, crabs, pork, all the abominables, right? You cutting these things out your diet, right? I can't speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure, maybe you might have lusted after other things that was abnormal, right? Can't speak for myself about that, but it's just that'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, let's just say it. It's out there, man. Some people uh lusted after the same genders, right? Maybe even maybe beasts. I hate to go this far, but on some real shit, let's be real. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably brothers that in this truth that probably were just filthy that way, man. But now they're made clean. Murderers, right? I'm not saying that any brother in the truth has ever committed a murder, but I am saying that maybe you had those demons on you where you wanted to do it, right? Man, there's all types of filthy demons that are on you when you're not in this truth, right? When you're not in this truth, man, weed, heavy smoking weed. But when you stop these things, your body gets better. You start drinking more water, right? You start getting into the herbs. Drug dealers, brothers of drug dealers and gang bangers. All these filthy, abominable things through trespasses and sins. Verse 2, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world. Right? So this world is so many different things that you can indulge into, right? Do as thy will. That will stray you from the path of righteousness, right? According to the prince of the power of the air, which is Satan, right? The spirit that now worketh in children in disobedience, which is true. Hey, man, children of disobedience, fuck. They're demonic as hell, right? Um, verse 3, because this is really the point right here, among whom also we all had our conversations in time past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desire of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature children of wrath, even as others. Um, Let me see, verse 11. No, that's the point actually. But Salaki, that was the point in verse 11. It says, but Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, who was rich in mercy for his great love, wherewith he loved us. Right. So it's always a way to come back, man. As long as you don't blaspheme in the name of the Most High, right? Blaspheme against the Spirit. That's the only sin that is unforgivable, right? But the Most High loves us so much, man. He given us all these open doors and opportunities. Verse 5, even when we were dead in sins, because, being in that world, right? Lust, what it said, uh, the fulfilling the desires of the flesh, right? And then even up more, uh, walking according to the course of this world, right? All these different things, man, it make you dead, bro. Right? It says, among whom also we had our conversation in time past in lust of the flesh, fulfilling desires of the flesh. But he's even doing all that. He still gave us windows, right? He still gave us doors and paths and opportunities, right? Like it talked about in Proverbs, he reached out his hands, man, and the prophets are speaking in the chief place of concourse. Even to this very day, it looked like the end of the world could be in 5 minutes, but yet he's still giving mercy. And you got to take that mercy, man. You got to take that calling. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man. Rise up and depart. Rise up and depart, for this is not your rest. What's that scripture? And Romans, I believe it's 13:11. Is either Romans or Revelation, right? Not knowing the time that now it is high time to awake up out of sleep. Now is that time, man. But he's still giving you mercy. That's the crazy and that's the great thing about that. That's the most amazing thing. That is, man. If you don't get this, man, it wasn't meant for you, for real, man. You got to be scared, man. Every waking moment, afraid that you need to get right, man. Right. So it says, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together by Mashiach. By grace you are saved. So through Yahweh Shai we are saved, not because of anything that we do. It's because Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, that in ages to come he might shew the exceeding riches of grace and his kindness towards us through Mashiach, Yahweh Shai, which is true, right? For by grace are ye saved through faith, and not of yourselves. And I just said that. It is of the gift of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So this comes from the mercy of Yahweh, the mercies of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. There's nothing you can do. You're worms. The scripture's talking about even our righteousness is as a filthy rag. But it's true. What is it that we're to do? If somebody piss you off so bad, man, to the point where you want to just kill them, there's really nothing they can really do that'll make you ever really get right back with them, right? There's nothing you can really do. It's like any good that they do is still bad to you, because it's like, nigga, I've seen your true nature, and I don't like it. So even though you're giving me these gifts, or you're apologizing on your knees, like, you're still disgusting to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the Most High looks at us. It says, not of works, lest any man should boast. Yeah, because not if anything that we do, it's because of Yahweh Shai, man, right? His mercy, right? Well, mainly the Most High, but through His Son, right? For we are His workmanship, created in Mashiach Yahweh Shai into good works, which Yahweh hath before ordained that we should walk in them. So it was destined that we were already going to do this anyways, wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh. So that's the point. Wherefore you remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh. So all that shit that we did while we were we didn't know we were Hebrew Israelites disgusted the Most High, right? It says, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision in the flesh made by hands. All right, so the law, statutes, and commandments, right? We weren't circumcised by the law, statutes, and commandments because we didn't do the law, we didn't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. But now that we do follow law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our abilities, we have an opportunity to come back through Yahweh Shai. All right, because it's not just the law. You need Yahweh Shai first and foremost in faith and works. But then after that, you're supposed to be following law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Law, statutes, and commandments is not going to get you saved, but if you follow them to the best of your ability, and most importantly, you have to be ordained. You have to be a part of the elect, anyways. Then you're going to get saved, right? You and your family, be that of the Lord. His choice, His decision. So that's the point, man. We were once Gentiles, man. And those of you are now who don't know you Hebrew Israelites, if you just happen to stumble across this video, you're Hebrew Israelites if you're a so-called Black, Native American, and Latino. right? So just follow these videos, right? Subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications when new videos come up. And with that, I want to give all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, Shalom to you.